Yeah.
You know, in the 3 decades or so since you started the Greenbelt movement, you've planted, what, 30 million plus trees, you know. Have you noticed a real difference? Has there been, in those 3 decades, a big change in people's attitudes towards the environment? Has your campaigning showed a visible return?
Yes, it has. Those 40 million trees are planted by literally thousands of people, individuals, especially women, and they have transformed their farms, their countrysides. Yes, visible. And also in the process, we have made our presence felt in the corridors of power, so that laws have been introduced to protect the environment, and the politicians have been made to be more accountable about the way they manage the environment.
How do you, when you're looking long term, you're planning for the future of the planet, they're planning for their future re-election, which is a matter of years. How do you manage to get through to the politicians to make the difference? They don't tend to look anywhere near as far as you do.
That indeed is the problem with the environment, that it is the generation that destroys the environment is usually not the generation that pays the price, because the process of degeneration is very slow. So within a generation you can do a lot of damage and not realize, and only in the second or third generation will people realize what the second or third generation before them did. And so because politicians are concerned about today and tomorrow, about survival, about being re-elected, that's the struggle that the environmentalists are always having to deal with.
Nothing saves our planet and restores it than forests. And as Nobel laureate Professor Wangari Mathaai puts it, forests are the lungs of the earth, and forest conservation is a noble act that communities must embrace in its totality, especially if we want to save our planet from the effects of decades of abuse. Imagine filling your lungs with smoke, toxic fumes, and every poison flying in the air. It's devastating. But this is what we do when we take for granted the value and the importance of our forest, especially the indigenous forests within our communities. Wangari Mathaai, a remarkable Kenyan woman, an environmentalist, reflected on the profound loss of her childhood environment, recalling a stream near her home that has dried up, with women now walking long distances for water and children losing the chance to experience its beauty and wonder. She described the world she inherited from her parents as one where she could drink from the stream and play among arrowroot leaves, trying to pick up frog eggs she thought were beads, only to see thousands of tadpoles wriggling in clear water. This personal memory underscores our deep connection to nature and the urgency of our environmental work. When I have the opportunity, I love forest walks and also forest photography. And even though forest photography can be a little bit complex because of the various interwoven symmetries that tree branches and root system create, forest remains one of the most profound places to capture beautiful, magical moments and memories. I have been to Karura Forest several times, and it's beautiful. You should visit it sometime. Karura Forest, located within Nairobi, has been referred to as the lungs of Nairobi by Wangari Mathaai and others who fought to protect it from development, such as the proposed construction of a skyscraper. This metaphor highlights the forest's vital role in providing clean air and sustaining the city's ecosystem. The more than 1,000 hectares of forest land contain indigenous trees, plants, and shrubs, and as well as various plantations of commercial trees, the cypress and the water-guzzling eucalyptus among them. These urban forests also place host to a variety of small mammals. Karura Forest has footpaths and cycling tracks and picnic grounds and a restaurant. It's a great place to go spend a day exploring and just getting away from the rush if you're looking for an urban escape. If you need a really good workout, you will find a wide variety of terrain suitable for your cross-country trek, ride, or run. The most enduring facet of Karura Forest in Nairobi is not its leafy green canopies and wide open spaces for picnicking, nor is it its waterfall or the caves or the bats, nor is it the massive old trees, quite humbling in their nature, but it's that Karura Forest stands as a living monument to overcoming oppression, bullies, and greed in Africa. It is impossible to visit Karura Forest without meditating on the price that one woman paid to ensure its survival. One of the profound beauties of indigenous forests is the strong and cultural connection that they have with the people of the community where they are situated. One of such indigenous forests with a strong connection with the community is the Kaya-Kinondo Sacred Forest in Kwale County, Kenya. I have been to Kaya-Kinondo Sacred Forest before. It's one of those places you just want to walk into and sit and just listen to the sound of the forest. The buzzing sound of insects, the wailing of the hornbills, the sound of monkeys and baboons making climbing trees look effortless, and even the silent flapping of beautiful butterflies is always beautiful. Very recently, I visited Kinondo village for a quick errand and then decided to go walk the forest for some photos. I met Abdul, one of the local tour guides for Kinondo Forest and Diane in tourism sites. He took me through the forest again towards the direction I had not visited before. At some point, and as we walked along the forest path, I told him, since we both are here and I'm with a camera, maybe we should just capture him saying something about the forest and what he does. We quickly did a video. Watch this.
Hello, how are you? My name is Abdul and I work here as a guide in Kaya-Kinondo Sacred Forest, and also I'm here to represent the community of my village, and our aim is to raise awareness on cultural and conservation value of the forest and its potential as a tourism attraction. Yeah, so I was starting to work here in Kaya-Kinondo early in 2023. Yeah, so 2 years back, and I'm also working in Diani as a guide because I also have my website of which I sell some activities around Diani. So apart from this Kaya-Kinondo Sacred Forest, apart of working here, I also have my website, so you can go and check it. It's called Diani Beach Tours. Thank you so much and you're welcome. So here in Kaya-Kinondo, this forest is full of biodiversity. So we have 187 species of a tree. Then we have 45 species of butterfly, of which is 5% of butterfly which found in Kenya. Then we have 48 species of birds. And apart from that, it is also used to a home of a tribe called Digo tribe. This Digo tribe is a tribe which live along coastal Kenya with other 8 tribes, which they share similar linguistic and cultural beliefs, of which they call themselves Mijikenda. So Mijikenda, it's a group of 9 tribes, but they have their history, which they believe that there was not originated from this place. They believe that there was originated in South Somali at a place known as Singwaya. So when you come in Kaya-Kinondo, you will know the whole history about the Mijikenda and also about the Digo tribe. So you are most welcome. You can come in Kaya-Kinondo and learn more and see more what is in Kaya-Kinondo. So you are most welcome. Feel free anytime.
There is no end to how much we can do as Africans if we take the matters of our environment seriously. The biodiversity that we are blessed with and the immense life forms that crawl in that biodiversity are things we should be grateful for, but not just as places for tourist visits, but as places that serve as the lungs of our communities, our nations, and our planet Earth.
Of course, with the honor of the Nobel Peace Prize, you were awarded in 2004, and congratulations, of course, on that. How much has it helped boost what you're doing? Have you found it's really made a lot of difference? I know you're out and about doing the talks and everything, but are the people listening more?
Well, definitely. And unfortunately, the Nobel Peace Prize is such a wonderful gift. It opened a lot of doors. It makes many people who would have ignored you listen to you. It makes people think twice about what they are doing when you are warning. And so I have found myself talking more to people who otherwise would not have talked, having people invite me into their circles, invite me into their decision making, and inviting me to participate in trying to protect, for example, the Congo forest in a way that they would not have. I am the goodwill ambassador of the Congo forest, and I was made the goodwill by 10 Africans, heads of states in that region of Africa. Before the Nobel Peace Prize, I don't think they would have paid me much attention, but with the prize they can see that it is much easier to draw attention not only to that forest, but also to the other major forests in Southeast Asia, in the Amazon, and in many other countries where forests are under threat.